radio station, but head on over and you can catch good things on your computer or mobile device over at supertalktv.com. You'll see I've got with me Miss Tyra Ivory, She is with Macon, from Macon, Mississippi. She's making headlines for becoming one of the youngest Subway franchisees in the country. Tyra, I've been so excited about this conversation, so welcome.
Hi, thank you all so much for having me. How you feeling?
I am not complaining. You know what? It's a beautiful day here in central Mississippi. What's it like in Macon?
It is very nice out. A little much cooler than usual, but it's beautiful out.
So it's a great day to come out and get a Subway sandwich. How do you like I did that there?
Yes.
But your story is incredible and it's full of inspirations, Tyra. So I want to start with what inspired you as a young woman to even think about becoming a franchisee, and why Subway?
Okay, well, last year I was rejected from dental school. I was on the wait list and was supposed to submit my dental score and say, hey, they're going to let me in. I did not get the score that they wanted me to have, so I unfortunately was rejected. Broke my heart. Prior to, my mother had been managing the Subway that I just purchased for 2 years. She started during the pandemic to kind of get out. Of course, she's a little bit much older, so to have something to do. She grew the store and just changed it around so much that the offer came on the table, and she didn't want those additional responsibilities. And the previous owner put it on the table, and at the time I was 25. And I was like, what? How? And I took a leap of faith. And so I took on Subway, and I wanted to become a franchisee because I'm very particular about the things that I consume. I'm very picky about the things that I eat. And of course, here in Macon, we only have three fast food restaurants. So Subway would always be the place that I would go to, even before my mother started taking over. So when the opportunity presented itself, I took the leap of faith.
And what faith it has been in sort of your journey. I read where you kept this a secret from all your friends and family for like 9 months. What was going on behind the scenes for those 9 months?
A lot of discipline. At my age, most of us are traveling. We're spending money unnecessarily. We're doing things that we do at this time and age. And I just really wanted this to be a process that I actually gained some discipline, because it takes a lot to run a business. It was a lot emotionally and mentally and physically. I never want anyone to see this glamour and think it was easy. It was not. And I just really wanted to keep this private because I wanted to actually enjoy every moment of this process, the good and the bad. And yeah, I did. Thankfully, I had no one that was mad at me. No one was upset that they found out when it was time to celebrate. Yes. So
But
just
I
wanted to
like
keep
that
my
though.
peace in, yeah,
Yeah. Sometimes you need to just keep it in, and just if you know that it's the right thing for you, like you did, Tyra, with going for this opportunity, you don't need all the yan that can come from even a supportive family in that way. But man, girl, you've got some discipline already. I mean, the fact that you were just on the track to go to dental school speaks highly of your commitment to higher education, or sort of taking that to the next level. But there in Macon, now being a local business owner, that probably hits a little bit different than even if you would have made it to dental school.
Listen, I get emotional. You probably see me on those headlines crying. Every day I find myself crying just from gratitude. It is something that has been very powerful about being a local business. Knowing each and every person that comes in, knowing what they want, driving past their house, knowing that, hey, they invested even a dollar in your business today. And we have people that come in every day now, once they've known that it has been locally owned. And the support from the community, even surrounding community, has been overwhelmingly amazing.
Well, people like to support who they feel like their family members are, and it feels like you've got a tight knit there in Macon. I can definitely see that. But I love the celebration behind it. You were very intentional about not only celebrating your success, but that there were certain people in your family that this just simply wouldn't have been possible without their support. Who's in your corner, Tyra?
Let's just start with saying my mother and my two older sisters have been my rock. Not through just this process, but every process. But this process, they have been my strength through it all. Um, and that was the point of me keeping it private, because I knew that they would come with the positivity when I needed it the most. Even when I could see the grass was green on the other side, or the light at the end of the tunnel, they did. And that's what has been the best part of it. So shout out to Mom, Crystal, and Genesis. Like that's my support system.
And I think that just goes to show that when you are there for your loved ones or for a family member, you don't know what kind of just a little bit of encouragement or just a little bit of faith in someone else's dream, that seed you sow, what it can do to an individual on any given day. But I also love the reflections and the honesty that you've had, Tyra, at least on social media, about thinking back to yourself pre-business owner and maybe how you would have looked at a restaurant if they were out of the favorite thing you wanted, or maybe it took 10 or 15 minutes longer to make your sandwich than you thought it should take. Where's your perspective now on that as being a Subway owner?
Listen, the word grace has been probably my number one word this week. Unfortunately, I had an employee that has not been able to come in this week. Flu is running rapid, especially here in Macon. Very fast-paced cases of flu is rising here, and just having to take on this load and having people call out, and we've been busy. This change in ownership has brought about a lot of business, so we've been busier than usual. We usually be able to determine patterns and who's gonna, our rush hour and when it would be slow, but we have not been. Thank God for that. I'm very grateful, and it has just made me be very much more patient when I'm dining out. Even when I'm ordering food, just we were talking about that today. Three things of my most important thing, my cookies did not come with the truck yesterday, and only to find out that they were out. Roast beef, which is very highly sought after, has been out. I placed the order for it. It's just they couldn't get it in. And so learning that these things are beyond our control. So I would just tell everyone to please be patient, to be kind, to be understanding, because now we really do. I've gotten to see the background of it. I used to be that person. I'm very honest about this, that if I had a bad experience at a place, I'm not going back, because I will always be reminded of that. But now I have changed the way I've done everything, and I'm so grateful. So this has been very humbling experience.
Well, I appreciate, and we all need to hear that from those that, hey, you can change your mind, you can see things differently, and then that impacts maybe how the next person feels when they have an experience that was less than stellar. They can maybe think a little bit broader about what could potentially have been the reasoning behind it and offer a little bit of grace to those individuals as well. Because, man, we sure need to get out and support our local eateries as well as our local communities. I saw a cool post, too, by you, Tyra, though. You want to support Macon by maybe having a vision board 2023 for the community. What do vision boards mean to you, and what would that look like citywide?
Oh my God, listen, the planning went from being just a local event to people from everywhere literally coming in the store asking about this vision board party. I did not know people were this much interested in it. And listen, I first learned about a vision board when I attended the Mississippi School for Mathematics and Science. That's why I graduated from high school. And again, once I got to college and graduate school, this was a pattern of December must do that started in high school. And every year I've done one. And just to see, and I keep them all, just to see my wants and desires and aspirations from then versus now has been mind blown. But these are times to kind of prioritize your thoughts, manifesting it, knowing that you can have it, put it on paper, but not only that, but put it into your heart and your mind. And so the goal is to just set a date for this, which I'm going to have a call after this interview with the individual, and we're going to get this thing rolling because I want my community to have this. I see now that it's a lack. A lot of people aren't even familiar with them. I had a lot of people ask me what is a vision board and how do I do it? And so I'm just looking forward to bringing that niche here. It's
Yeah.
always good to be proactive and planning for a new year, a new life, a new mindset. My mom always tell me it's okay to dream different dreams. Dental
Dream
school and me
different
being
dreams.
rejected, and now, yes, yeah.
And then go out, name it, and claim it. And Tyra Ivory, you are the poster child for doing that. We are so proud of you. If we're visiting Macon, where's your Subway?
My Subway is located at 127 Frontage Road North, between our McDonald's and our Mitchell Dental on the strip mall with Exxon.
All righty. Well, I appreciate your time, Tyra. I'm going to keep up with you. You are just rising to the top there in Macon. So thank you for your time and best of luck.
Thank you so much. You all have a great day.
All right, you guys stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.